Okay, so this is a very helpful tool. It's called the be, do, have. The be, do, have of recovery. So this is a statement that you can use, and you can write this down. Be, do, have. And I want you to pull this out when you're struggling. This is a good way to remind yourself of why you're doing the hard work of self-examination. It's not easy. I just did a lecture on how we do one thing is how we do everything. It's not easy to look at yourself deeply. Easy to make excuses. It's hard to look at yourself and not make excuses and just see this is how I am. So why do we do it? So the question is, are you willing? Are you willing to be? Are you willing to be committed? Committed. Are you willing to be committed as people get stuck in this? So be committed to do whatever it takes to have what you want. Are you willing to be committed to do what it takes to have what you want? Are you willing to be committed to do what it takes, whatever it takes, to have what you want? So most people, they have an idea of what they want. They want to be like that sober guy. They want to be that healthy guy. They want to be like that wealthy guy or lady, or they want to be like that happy person. They want to. Everyone wants to have lots of stuff. But the real question is, are you willing to be committed? Commitment is the first step to happiness. Commitment is saying, is when you say what you mean what you say. Do what you say. That's commitment. It's an agreement. We're talking about being late. How we do one thing is how we do everything. People who are late all the time have commitment issues. That was my issue. It is my issue. Because it takes commitment. Any path takes commitment. There's no recovery without commitment. So you're willing to be committed. So, you're here, or you're watching this video. You've committed to something. Although you can see on YouTube how long people watch a video and then they stop watching, right? So you can see how many people watch a video at the start, like 100% of people start the video, right? They click, and then pretty much 25% are left at the end. The rest have stopped the video. And the funniest thing, YouTube has statistics. They tell you, 33%. That's pretty good. because they have like these averages, right? So if you got retained 33% of viewers to the end of your video, you are doing good. And just think about that, what that says about society. Isn't that the truth? Start stuff, don't finish. But in recovery, it's life or death. Really. Your family depends on it. Your job depends on it. Your life depends on it. And if you're not committed, nothing you do will work. That's why it's the first step. So be committed to do whatever it takes. Not what you want. I assure you, you don't do recovery and get to do what you want. You'll get to the point where you love it and you like it and you enjoy it, but initially it's a bunch of people giving you rules, giving you ways to do, ways to live by, times, schedules, and that the first week someone stays at our inpatient program, it's funny, it's like they're complaining about, oh, so-and-so snores, and it's loud, and I can't sleep, and it's just, that first week, people leave. Because they want something better, but the commitment's not there to do whatever it takes, which is suffer through. So you want something, first you gotta commit to do whatever it takes to, look at that yourself in the mirror. 99% of your stress is self-made. 99% of your stress, which you've been saying for decades, is someone else. My daughter did this, my son did this, my wife did this, or my spouse did that. And my job was mean like that. And that may all be true. But why did they do it? And why did it happen to you? And why are you so bothered by it? That's where all stress comes back to you. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to look at you? That is what it means to do whatever it takes. I was reading about someone a Sherpa this morning. It was in the news. He climbed Mount Everest 34 times. 34 times? He's like 54. Mount Everest is not exactly an easy mountain to climb. And these Sherpas, they like carry other people people from the West, right, who have lots of money, can't climb, but they'll like put them in a backpack and take them to the top. What's going through that Sherpa's mind? He's on this ice storm and crazy stuff that happens, and lots of dead people on Mount Everest. Lots of people die on Mount Everest, right? And he's just walking. He's committed to do whatever it takes to take the next step. Because if he isn't, he's dead. You stop on Mount Everest, you die. You don't live. The recovery journey is like that. You're journeying up a big mountain. So you can't make excuses of what you want to do and what you don't want to do. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, yeah, sure. Everyone's journey is unique and all that. But every journey involves self-examination. Every journey involves adjusting dysfunctional habits that you learned when you were young. Every journey involves deep soul searching of why you're here and what do you want to do. That's what it means, to do whatever it takes to have what you want. And the bigger the want, the bigger the commitment, and the more it takes. So if you want a candy bar, okay, I got to be committed enough to get $1 out of my pocket, go down to the vending machine. It has to be enough. These days, I don't think you can get a candy bar for $1 anymore. I think it's $1.50 now. Back then, it used to be 50 cents. Now dollar's not going to cut it. You need $1.50. So that's what it takes. And you got to walk down there. And then you'll get what you want. So candy bar, that's what, it's still same thing. Lots of people, they have all the commitment to get the alcohol, and they'll do whatever it takes. Crazy amount of dedication to get alcohol. I gotta respect that. Like, that amount of effort. So like, no one will say a person with addiction does not have effort. People with addiction in recovery are the best employees, the hardest working people, the most loving, they're extremely, and when they get into recovery, they dedicate all that immense energy. And it's immense. And they help people, and they save people. Lots of people. Never look down on anybody who's in recovery, because they have a tremendous amount of commitment. But we have to steer that commitment towards recovery. So if you want your life back, that's what you want. You want your life back. You want your family back. You want your license back. You want your home back. You want, well, it's going to take more. You're going to have to commit to more. Maybe a 5 days stint in detox isn't going to do it. If you're really deeply disturbed, maybe you need to commit to 12 weeks of hard work in a treatment center to have that recovery that you want. Maybe you're going to have to give up some money, some opportunity cost of, making a lot of money. And so you can do this. Just write it down on a page. Are you willing to be committed to do whatever it takes to have what you want? Write that down and write down what you want. And then write down what's it going to take. Write down what your commitment is. And remind yourself. Because in recovery, the subconscious mind will help you forget and give you every excuse to leave. So you have to have tools to remind yourself. So this is called the be, do, have tool. Are you willing to be committed to do whatever it takes to have what you want? When you write that down, it'll remind you, oh yeah, okay. This is the formula for having what you want. Okay? So, forgive me if I misspoke. Take what works, leave the rest. Thank you.